All right, what's up, THL? We have got Season 5 Finals tonight, 3 matches, and I'm joined with C. Parker,
What's up?
hosting and casting.
Pulling double
So,
duty tonight.
yeah, so we have 3 matches tonight. We have starting off Darkseid against Sage, Darkseid being on Aeon against Sage of Hearthstone Academy, and then following up with Top Hat Demon, me, myself, and I, and then capping off with the Town Drunk, aka Donnie and Scritch. And by the end of tonight, we will have a very, very good idea of what this finals is looking like.
Yeah, it's possible it could be over tonight. It's possible we could come down to the last one. So I'm really excited to see what happens.
Yeah. So currently, JB and Ridiculous did play. JB was able to win 3-2, so Hearthstone Academy's up 4-2. So we'll be monitoring that as the matches go tonight. And yeah, so starting off, Darkseid has Priest, Rogue, and Shaman and Warrior. The Warrior got banned off. Sage has Priest, Rogue, Shaman, and Warrior. And Darkseid banned the Priest, which is kind of curious.
Yeah, especially bringing Rogue. It's a good matchup. Odd to see that, but apparently they don't want to play against Priest. This is the second time, or both matches so far that have been played have involved Aeon banning the Priest. So
Yeah.
Aeon's seeing something in Priest they don't like.
Weird when you're bringing Rogue. It's one of the better reasons to bring Rogue. Like bringing Rogue and leaving up Warrior rather than Priest, I'd have to imagine that just knocks you like several percentage points to lose the match.
Yeah, Rogue.
Unless something tricky's going on here.
Unless they got to read that it's not pirate worthy. Right? Yeah, I've given them the go to start up, so they should be starting up here in a second.
Yeah, so hopefully that goes ahead soon. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Darkseid could have done much to justify this. Rogue is basically pigeonholed into its main archetype, unless it's a more aggressive Rogue, which would be better in the Rogue mirror and reasonable against Warrior. But I just don't know if banning Priest is worth doing that.
Yep. And so right now I'm just waiting on Darkseid. There's the invitation.
Huh, they could just turn it on, but I guess this is actually the best.
Yeah. Then I gotta...
Alright, loading.
Okay, so let's see here. I did not get to see Sage's mulligan.
I didn't get to see anything.
Okay.
This is the problem with the invite spectate. It's just too slow.
Yeah.
So should just have spectate on. Oh, okay. So they both queued up with the shaman. They're pretty happy to have that.
And man, they have very similar hands with really good openers.
Really, really similar hand.
Yeah.
Darkseid has the AOE. Sage has the lightning bolt.
So if you're your Darkseid here, what are you looking to? Do you think you coined something out here? Namely the Totem Golem?
Yeah, I think Coin Totem Golem is always the way to go. Oh, Pirate, okay. So this is Aggro Shaman then, presumably, still running Pirates, which I don't know if that's what other Aggro Shamans are doing.
Yeah,
still. Because Pirates just don't seem great anymore with... You're not running Spirit Claws anymore, so maybe you're running some other weapon.
Yeah, I know some of them are running that, was it the Hammer of Twilight?
Yes.
Is that the 5-mana 4/2 that summons the Elemental?
Yep. Summons the 4/2.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I really don't know. But yeah, Patches is here, and Sage can either do Jade Claws and smack it, maybe, or yeah, just Totem Golem and then have 2 mana next turn for Jade Claws if the Totem Golem kills the Trog. Or the Totem Golem.
Yeah, I really like the Totem Golem here. Gives you... puts more as if you some of people were watching the Winter Championships, they were faced with like a very similar situation, and they point out that it's probably better to get the Totem Golem down because the Jade Claws essentially has charge. Um,
Yeah, the weapon's just not that good in
yeah,
this scenario. So yeah.
yeah, but you expect it to be really good this turn. So,
Okay, so Sage has more of a mid-range thing going on by the Hex and the Mana Tide, and Darkseid appears to be aggro, and things have started off even. Like, Sage has basically had the aggro start, so that has to be favoring him in a pretty long game at this point. And any 4-mana 7/7 is going to get immediately answered too. Speaking of, well, Totem Golem can get cleared. It really does suck to draw patches, but he can do something productive here. At the very least. Yeah, so things are really looking good for Sage. Unfortunately, too, the Jade Claws, that's going to delay the Flame Wreath for a really long time. Which is kind of okay, because with the Hex, it was just going to get shut down anyway. Okay, valuing keeping the 1/1 around, doesn't want to keep the weapon. I guess that could make sense with potential Flame Tongue pickups and things like that. Well, using one Maelstrom Portal can't be bad in that case. It would have felt weird if the 1/1 had traded in. Are you there? I don't know if you muted yourself.
oh shoot, I've been talking this whole time. Sorry.
Yep.
No, the button on this microphone's going bad, so I'm hitting it.
Oh, poor young priestess has no friends.
I try
Is this
to.
just gonna be thing for below? I would imagine. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's pretty smart. Oh, and
Let's
there's
sail
his
Corsair.
pirates.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, so I guess Darkseid left the warrior up and has Bloodsail Corsair to help with that matchup, but this shaman should have already been favored there, so that's interesting. But Sage is left up with 3 weapon classes of that. Okay, so this was the Patches Summoner.
Yeah, the Blood Cell Corsair. What are you thinking here? So it looks like he's just gonna drop the 7/7.
Flame Wreath, and I think the Bloodsail Corsair would have been. I mean, at this point, Patches has been drawn, and one weapon got used. There's only another weapon probably. So.
And this turn pretty much plays itself for Sage. There's
Yes.
not. Oh, and he gets the Tunnel Trog off of that.
The card that was played in the deck anyway. Didn't necessarily have to use the Maelstrom Portal, but yeah, it makes sense to just go for it. Your opponent's overloaded the next turn, and this adds a lot of pressure that way. It's looking pretty grim for Darkseid. Even has that Lightning Bolt. The Feral Spirits are going to be extremely easy to get through if that's the play.
Yeah.
You just Lightning Bolt 1, and then you could even trade with the Trog and the 1/1 to push the 5. And
yeah.
Squeeze in a bunch of other stuff too.
Yeah. You could even be drawn with Azure Drake and building your board up some more. So he's going to elect to Hero Power and play the Totem Golem here.
Yeah. That's just the thing about mid-range Shaman. When it gets the essentially aggro Shaman start, oh wow.
That is a thunder.
That's a throwback.
Yeah. But this
you get the aggro Shaman start and you have the mid-range cards to follow. It's just basically Hearthstone at its finest.
Yeah, and that Azure Drake into Lightning Bolt cleanly takes care of the Totem Golem here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and no reason not to trade with the Healing Totem either. Be very surprised if.
I don't think you're scared of it.
Lose now is spell damage, having an increased chance of getting ruled. It's not even that Flame Tongue was really a problem.
Yeah.
That's okay. You could do that in Maelstrom Portal. might have been slightly better than. Had no interest whatsoever in killing the thing from below then, otherwise he would have always rolled first.
Yeah.
For spell damage, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe Darkseid's tilted, who knows? This is kind of a one-sided game.
Yeah, he hasn't gotten to do too much.
No. Yeah, they had similar starts, and Sage was going first, so
Yeah, it's really difficult
just
to
favored.
really difficult to compete with that start.
And
going
drawing
second.
patches, the combination of the two.
Yeah. Yeah,
maybe if
definitely
patches wasn't drawn, then it'd be different because, and then just anything better than patches, basically. If it was the Bloodsail Corsair, I think the patches got played while Sage still had a weapon up. So if it was just Corsair, then you would have gotten your free patches and destroyed the weapon.
Yep.
That Blood Mage Thanos really only relevant if spell damage gets rolled here.
And it doesn't, so
dead no matter what, right?
Yeah, there's no combo of cards, and he's gonna go ahead and call it.
Yeah. So Sage gets the first win, and the Shaman's down. So yeah, Darkseid actually he didn't ever even bother to reveal that Corsair. Maybe that was smart because that is something that might be played around more by, say, a Pirate Warrior. It just wasn't really gonna do much. So maybe he decided. Maybe that was actually like the turn where it could have been played. It wouldn't have done anything.
Yeah, 1-2 on the field's not gonna help much. So if you're in Sage's shoes here, what deck are you gonna queue up next? He's got Rogue and Warrior left.
For Sage, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, I updated this title. For Sage, I think so. Your Warrior escaped the ban phase, which is kind of telling. So maybe you'd be hesitant to queue it up, but I don't see why not. Warrior can win anything.
Yeah, I agree. Throw the Warrior out there, and then but he's gonna go with the Rogue.
Yeah.
Oh, and we see Finja, so we know this is some sort of water rogue. So I've not played much of this rogue. Is Finja powerful enough to justify keeping?
Against aggro shaman, oh, that's a really tough call.
Because it's a very powerful card. And it's a very swingy card, but it's also 5 mana, and you know you're facing up against aggressive shaman here.
It's a really tough question on the coin as well, so you can coin it out 1 turn sooner.
Yeah, and it looks like Sage is debating it too.
I really don't know. Like it's something that you should keep in general, but against an aggressive deck, maybe you still do because maybe that's the better way to win. And then if you mulligan everything else, you're probably liable to find backstab or something. Yeah, it decides to keep it, which now drawing the Murloc War Leader, that'll help it guarantee a kill.
Yeah.
On various things, but now you might be tempted to coin out SI7 agent. I guess we'll have to see.
I think you just dagger up here.
Oh yeah, every time.
Yeah.
If there were something else.
Oh yeah. If he had sort of any sort of play there, coining. And that is a Fireguard Destroyer.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
And he's taking that weapon to the dome. Oh, and that is.
Not sure why.
Yeah, your hand here doesn't look like it's gonna be.
Yeah, so I've seen Shaman decks that have the Fire Guards like this. That's pretty cool.
Incredible.
Wait, what's going on here? So Sage is having some connection problems, apparently.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, that sucks.
So what?
I hope he's messaging Darkseid and not just me. He can't attack with the horse rider, he's saying. So Alt F4 is always a good way to go to reconnect.
And yeah, so it's not letting him attack here.
So I just messaged Darkseid. Darkseid just gonna gets the high roll, sweet.
Oh,
It's
wow.
funny how Fireguard Destroyer can be, well, half the time it's better than Flamery Faceless if you get 6/6 or 7/6. And I don't know if Sage's rogue plays sap, but wow. Yeah, it's too bad to not get that attack off because it could have meant so much more. Like with the Cold Blood next turn, you could have potentially killed the Fire Guard. But maybe Coin Finch is going to be the plan. But yeah, I hope by Darkseid's waiting that Sage, because you know when you reconnect after having roped, the rope comes right back. So you really want to be ready.
Yep.
Darkseid's doing everything right, but if it really does come down to the rope not being able to fix itself and the connection issue, then that will end up being a loss. Curator, oh. So this is one of those slower ones. Not all the water rogues tend to do this. Well, haven't heard anything from Sage.
He says he's back, but it's showing Darkseid is offline, but I think...
Oh, here we go. Plays...
I think he's just going for the Finja here.
Yeah, Coin Finja makes sense. I don't see how this Finja ever doesn't kill a thing between the Cold Blood and the War Leader.
Yeah, it's very unlikely.
The great thing about doing it with a War Leader too is if you happen to get 2 bluegills or even 1 bluegill in the other, then that's a 6 damage bluegill. Darkseid knows where to go.
That is a second Cold Blood coming into hand.
Oh, the second Cold Blood's amazing. That means a clear board.
Yeah.
Every time.
That's
In fact, you could even I guess you can't assume what Murlocs you're gonna pull. So, and Finch is gonna die anyway by killing something, so you might as well just Cold Blood Finja, right? What?
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Oh, okay, so we're just gonna get a bluegill warrior to do the job.
Yeah, but wouldn't you have preferred the health on a bluegill over...
And if there were 2 bluegills, then you would have had to Cold Blood it.
Yeah, I just...
So you could have just Cold-Blooded the Finja and kept the Divine Shield, right? That would have been identical. And then the Horse Rider could have just attacked something else if need be.
Yeah, I don't... Yeah, that play... There was other ways you could have handled that, for sure. Mm-hmm. So this is going to get rid of...
Yeah, I'm going to start dealing with...
Yeah, him having to lose that...
Otherwise it could have been a lot better.
Yeah, him losing that, having to keep around the 6-1 versus the 6-3 was, pretty big there.
Yeah. Yeah, so that board gets dealt with, and Sage, I don't know if you have to really get too fancy here. If you can just go into the Curator next turn, I feel like that game's pretty solid. Would there even be anything wrong with just like SI Edwin? The more you have going into the Curator turn seems good. Darkseid's not low enough to really start planning towards like this other Leroy business.
Yeah, I think SI and Edwin's fine. He might just redagger even.
Maybe. I really like doing it like this.
Yeah. I agree. You've got to put pressure on at some point, and you just saw spell damage Maelstrom Portal, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Granted, a lot of this is going to get cleared, but in fact, very, very efficiently. And at this point, the War Leader's just kind of a dude. The Murloc tag really doesn't matter much anymore.
No.
Yeah, but there's still the Curator, and you can kill the 2/2, I suppose. That Swashbuckler would pull Patches, and you'd also activate SI. That would clear the board, but is it better than just Curator?
I think you're just playing Curator. I'm just not sure.
Oh, is this going to be the This is the Jungle Panther deck for sure. There's a Jungle Panther coming.
Oh, Stranglethorn Tiger.
Oh, Stranglethorn Tiger. That's expensive. But what? Why? Oh, it's aggressive. Why go face? That might be a dead Curator. Oh, unlucky. Well,
honestly, with the Flame Tongue in hand, it's not that bad. Yeah.
Definitely. These are not the best hero powers, but the dagger's relevant. It'll do work this turn.
Yeah.
It'll kill the Totem Golem. So just Flame Tongue, Patches. Yeah, it's not too bad at all. Maybe so the Sir Finley could have been positioned better.
Yeah.
In because you figured the Totem Golem was always gonna or the Flame Tongue was always happening.
Yeah, you knew that flame. There's no way that Flame Tongue wasn't coming down.
Yeah, which I mean that could matter a lot because that's 2 extra damage that you're now. Regrets not playing that Swashbuckler now. All right, so Bluegill has shown up. That's kind of irrelevant. Is there any way that Sage could set up any sort of potential lethal?
The way I'm counting it is he's 4 off. He can play Bluegill and Patches and take out the Flame Tongue, and then play a Stranglethorn Tiger. You assume that you're going to lose your 2 1-health minions, leaving 5 on the board, and you have 10 from hand. So
10 from hand and your Stranglethorn Tiger.
Yeah. Oh, but that is a Doomhammer.
Also, it would be going into 9 mana, so you'd have SI too, so you'd actually have 12 from hand. But you would need to.
Okay, yeah.
You'd need to go face with the Bluegill Warrior or something to really achieve that. But yeah, now it's all about the Doomhammer. Oh my god, he nearly daggered up. I saw him hover.
I saw him hover it too.
Oh god. Can you imagine?
That would have been some salty Saturday.
So if everything on the board stays, then Sage would have lethal, but no such luck here.
Yeah, and this actually puts.
I mean, play the Blood Sail. It gets there.
There's no point not to at this point.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, really. Actually, why?
I mean, there's
why wouldn't you? 'Cause
no
that
point.
extra damage could mean everything.
Mm-hmm.
That 1 extra damage. Squire's showing up a little bit too late. So Patches SI would deal with one of these very safely.
Yeah, I think that's a good play.
Yeah, it's kind of weak in a way, but both have to be pretty careful now. Yeah, looks like Sage is gonna opt for the safe play. The Doomhammer was cool, but these feral spirits, it's actually unfortunate. The Doomhammer seemed cool and all, but I wonder if Sage would have just been better off not overloading.
Yeah, I'm not sure if...
Sage needed everything on board to stick. Oh, okay, we're brave.
Oh, wow. This is really brave.
So Darkseid would have been 1 damage off lethal had the Corsair been played.
Looks like he's gonna remain that way.
Okay, so SI has to die, or Darkseid will be dead.
Mm-hmm.
But does Darkseid feel like that is not setting up a kill well enough? I guess you could kill the Squire too then and just...
Oh, wow. He went off ace.
Alright, that means he's gonna be dead.
Yep. And then with the...
This might have just been the best way to win the game. Okay, so even... Okay, that still would have been 1 damage off.
If he had a full clear board? No, he would have been...
Like
he would have had exact lethal. So he had 4 from the Doomhammer.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah.
Well played.
Right. Okay, so yeah, this shaman that Darkseid is playing is very, very unique.
Yeah. And so...
The Fire Guard Destroyer is not unheard of though, but the Bloodsail Corsairs that aren't getting... They're just getting held are kind of weird.
Yeah.
Maybe if that Corsair had gotten played, that the trading route would have seemed more appealing. Because you also could have killed the Squire without your face.
Yeah. I think, yeah, sorry, I'm sitting here messaging Sage, making sure he's good to go. He says his connection... his connection's acting up, but he's saying it's being a little fickle. But he says he's good to continue on and forge on, so we should see him queue up here in a second. And here we go. And so Sage is going to be on his warrior. Do you expect Darkseid to continue with the shaman? He is.
Yeah, I think it's the best bet.
Yeah.
It seems like this is the tech.
Oh, and
the
then
tech of Bloodsail Corsair is most relevant.
Yeah.
Against that. Okay, there's an Aya in here.
Yeah.
So it does have that top end.
And a lava burst. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh yeah. Huh. Maybe it's just like a one of lava burst, one of Aya. That's pretty common. His Sage also has the Ooze tech in, which is weird because he banned warrior most relevant. Not sure what's going on there.
Yeah, I mean, rogues generally don't have weapons you're too scared of.
I think this... You just play the deckhand, right?
Yeah, I think you just get it out there.
Normally, life tap's good, but not in this matchup. Do you take armor up, though? Ooh, that's brave.
That is.
I think Dagger... Dagger is weird, because you wouldn't want to be taking that damage too much anyways, so maybe the idea is just life tap to find things like Pharaoh Spirits and Lightning Bolts more readily. This is a really strong turn for Sage.
Yep.
Do we have to respect the Finley that much? I don't know. I guess Arcanite Reaper's coming up, but maybe there was something next turn.
And he is going to coin out the Lightning Bolt to take care of
Lightning Bolt to kill the Raider, probably.
Yeah.
This is a really heavy overload.
Yeah, he has no play for next turn.
Not even Jade Claws. Maybe it would have... It's really rough. Why would you Heroic Strike here instead of just... I guess
Yeah.
Korokron would play really hard in the Maelstrom portal, but who cares?
He's not gonna be able to
There's-
play it next turn if
He
he's.
can't play anything. He can play
Oh.
Tunnel Trog, and that's it.
Yeah. Patches is gone. I don't think there's anything he's scared of, but that is a really good draw for Darkseid. And there is a Hammer of
Oh,
Twilight.
you were right. There it is.
Yeah. So how do you feel about playing the Arcanite Reaper over the Korokron?
I think the Korokron should have been played last turn.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, like the Arcanite Reaper to face from 30 just didn't seem. Yeah, I really don't know. That turn with the Korokron Elite just really should have happened.
Oh, and
It's funny, actually, how bad Ooze is against Hammer of Twilight sometimes.
yeah,
Maybe that Arcanite Reaper didn't need to be swung into the minion.
it's protecting what, a 3/2?
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna
Yeah,
play
I'm not sure.
naked.
Because, yeah, you could have just let the minion done it, and then you would have buffed it with the Naga the following turn. And I don't know, just gotten the damage to face.
We're trading an awful lot here.
Seems pretty good. Yeah, I guess.
I guess spell damage is worth it.
Yeah,
You know, worth.
I would say so. Yeah, that's a really juicy lava burst target as far as Pirate Warrior is concerned.
And the overload continues.
Ooh, with that Nazat's first mate picked up, I think you can actually play the Leroy.
Being
I
able
don't
to
see
kill
why
off
not.
one, I would.
Yeah, I mean, Flame
can-
Tongue Totem's a threat, but for Leroy to just sit in hand is.
Oh, I'd kill both of the 1/1s.
Oh, sure. Yeah, why not? Because 3 health on the South Sea Captain might as well be.
Yeah, you don't
See,
expect to see any sort of lightning storms in here. So, and even if he's lost his ability to play spell damage at this point with Thalnos gone and not having the totems. Oh, he's killing it!
Oh.
Wow.
You can't do this because this is like lending yourself to a value game against someone with life tap. And now they're at a healthy 25, and you're all out of cards. That is
Wow.
very bad.
You make your
Well,
opponent
granted,
make
there's gonna
that
be a few more
trade
hits in.
every time.
Yeah, that was really strange. I don't know how you can expect to win the game after that, but I guess 6 more damage is going to go to face, probably more because you just re-equip. Well, he's gonna stay committed to what had happened before. If trading happens now, I'm done.
He knows he's going face here from here.
Oh yeah, because the weapon swung already.
Yeah.
Now, can Darkseid try to race here? A little off.
I think you just clear this turn
And just not.
and go ahead and take out a charge of that weapon.
Right. It's pretty hard to lose at this rate.
And
Yeah. It seemed like a pretty good idea to take off 1 charge. I mean, at this point,
it's more trading.
maybe he figured that this was going to happen. I just don't know. Because there's only an Arcanite Reaper left.
Yeah.
You can't ever expect to wait for that. We're playing Azure Drake here, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Ask why.
Yeah, I don't know if there's many other 5 drops in his deck that would be really impactful there.
Yeah, patches already happened. Does this set up lethal? That's 8, 11, 14, 15, not quite. 1 damage off, but with a tap, you figure it can get found.
Probably.
And at 16 health, Darkseid's got nothing to risk. The burst is just non-existent now. This is a really weird game.
Yeah. No.
I think Sage definitely goofed with the Leroy.
He sent 9 damage into that.
Yeah. Yep, so Blade be thirsty. So if Darkseid can find a Jade Lightning, that would do it. Yep.
That is it off the top.
Jade Lightning, Flame Tongue Totem.
And you can see he's
Just
counting
gonna
it
count
up.
to be extremely sure. I would probably like wait 10 seconds here and really make them upset. But Sage is up 2-0. You can't complain if it takes a little extra time.
And so the Shaman finally gets its win. And so the Warrior has a Priest and a Rogue left, and I know the Warrior is going to be pretty heavily favored against the Rogue.
Yep, definitely save the Rogue for last. These points could matter.
And it
Yeah,
really
so
depends on how this Priest is built on whether or not it has a shot against the Pirate Warrior as well.
I would hope that if you left the Pirate Warrior up, that you teched very specially.
Yeah, leaving up Rogue, Shaman, Warrior, you can expect some early game taunts, and then
I would hope there's some oozes in here.
some oozes, and I know a lot of them are teching in at least one Defender of Argus.
Oh yeah.
You didn't see that a lot when this meta's Dragon Priest was first coming around. So Darkseid's gonna mulligan his whole hand.
Bookworm to me does not scream I am a priest extremely teched, but yeah, I mean here's Argus and Ooze though, so who knows how this is built.
The brand shows back up. Well, we do have
Oh my
a
god,
one drop.
Bran into Argus could be really something, but with Bran and a Warrior on the coin, you always fear the Kor'kron potential.
Yeah. So do you use this weapon?
If there's no other play, yeah. I think the plan seems to be just playing things out. It's not the ideal lose, but
Yeah.
between this and Bran, I think you hope you can Argus some stuff. For Sage, do you commit a Heroic Strike to try and get repetitive damage out of these? Or just the Blood Sail?
Against Priest, I don't think you're going to be facing anything worth killing him. That's going to be able to like take care of both of them for multiple turns.
Right. It'd just be getting attacked one at a time, so saving the Blood Sail Raider until after the Arcanite Reaper would be extremely optimistic, because that just dies to a Corruptor at any point.
Yeah, I don't think you can afford to wait.
Will Sage trade? Yeah,
Yeah.
So yeah, play the 2-3 and just end up trading. You always play Bran here. Which is,
Yep.
yeah, this is going to make things really awkward.
And there are upgrades in this deck.
Yep. This
So.
this Kor'kron is really... It's going to make things awkward with the Arcanite Reaper, but... Okay, wants to save the coin for, I guess, like an Arcanite Reaper upgrade thing.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
With Ooze gone.
Yeah. After seeing the ooze, you're not worried too much.
Yeah, just heal. Seems
Yeah.
good. Definitely not playing Argus. I guess you hope to Argus up the operative and shield it maybe.
Well, it's going to pay off if he's going to trade with stuff. That 6 damage Arcanite Reaper on 5 is going to be... Oh, he's coining it out here.
Oh, gonna coin it out and then maybe upgrade plus Kor'kron.
Yeah. Again, I don't like this. I like getting the minions on board.
Well, the Kor'kron would have been going into the Blackwing Corruptor turn, so it'll pay off in that way. Oh, that Whelp is so huge. That Whelp is so good for the Argus.
Yeah.
So if Sage doesn't trade, and I don't imagine that you would, it's gonna really come back to bite him.
I think here, from this point forward, you're going face.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you just shove
There's
face.
another Arcanite Reaper in hand, and South Sea just... You take out nearly half the health. You figure that Corruptor has to trade into your Kor'kron anyway. If there's another Blackwing Corruptor, then the Priest isn't healing, the Priest isn't taunting, which means you have lethal. But this will be really good.
That is a really good draw.
You shield the corruptor, so it's not dead to
Yeah.
yeah.
And he knows
Anything
what he's got to do to stay alive here.
You trade with Gorgon though. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
To protect the whelp, because these taunts are just awkward enough with that Arcanite Reaper. Oh, but the Reaper is gonna get buffed again.
It is.
Except that South Sea's not relevant, other than the buff. So it's basically just a way too big Arcanite Reaper just hacking and slashing through taunts. Mid-sized.
Is there any merit to just killing off the 6/3 and re-equipping the Reaper? You've already seen an ooze.
I guess it would be nice to get the 2. The 2/1 doesn't do anything, but the 3/4 would be kind of nice.
I'm gonna check.
I guess this does make sense. I mean, clearly Sage coined out the last Arcanite Reaper and wasn't afraid of the second ooze, and it proved to not be there.
And that is another taunt.
Yeah. So do you just squeeze in heals at this point? Because, or can you set up some sort of lethal here with Corruptor? It's 5 damage.
Yeah, you're not near
5
lethal
damage
yet.
would have put him to 14. Would have gone down to 12 or 11 had he hit the. So with an armor up, there wouldn't have been lethal next turn, basically. That's a. It's just kind of ridiculous. Like that weapon's too big for what it's doing.
And
Oh my God,
holding
so
on, yeah. He's gonna be able to death and taunt up even more.
Yeah, in fact, there's not much reason to trade either. Is there? I guess another Bloodsail cultist. But would pushing the 4 damage to face have helped win? I guess not.
But the Pyro Warrior's massive amounts of damage is still. We're 2 damage off at lethal here.
It's good for Sage that Sage took so much damage, because now Mortal Strike is active at any point. And Darkseid really doesn't have the ability to catch up.
Yeah.
The Corsair is nice, actually.
It actually helps here. And he's going to go ahead and get this 4 damage in.
Just squeeze it in while you can before there's a taunt in the way. Maybe it would have been better to save for.
Now
you'd always have the mana to play it, but it does open up like a Mortal Strike out. Guess.
Yeah. I think like the
Holy Nova. I was curious if you'd actually just. Maybe it was just better to play Pit Fighter to set up lethal. That seemed like a much better route to go.
Yeah. You know this
By
Pyro
playing-
Warrior's got a bunch of damage.
Yeah, and now that Hunter Hero Power is going to set up guaranteed lethal if there's no taunt. Okay, we need to find Dread Corsair here then. Ooze!
Ooh, the
Oh my god,
ooze.
Sage plays 2 oozes despite banning Warrior. And the
Wow.
operative finds it. You gotta kill that because of course. Or wait, you're dead to any damage basically.
And that's
oh my
it.
god, he found it anyway. Oh.
Wow.
If only Darkseid had played the Pit Fighter, he would have won.
The Pit Fighter would have done it.
Because it's not like the other play really helped you in a significant way, right?
I think he was trying to get as much health as he could.
He could have healed anyway.
Yeah.
with the pit fighter been played. Oh man, that's massive for Hearthstone Academy. They're up 8 points to 3
So
going into the last 3 matches. If they win one more, the possibilities become very remote.
assuming
Aeon.
they win 12 to if Hearthstone Academy wins one more and it's the
Has to be
3-2.
sweeps more or less.
3-2
Or
would go
no.
to 12 to 5. They would have
12
to
to 5.
They'd have
and
to
then all sweeps.
2 sweeps, yeah.
2 sweeps bring it back. Okay.
So a 3-1 victory in our next match for
Massive.
ends it. That's it.
Yeah. Or wait, 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1 would put it at the best.
Oh yeah,
it
because,
could be
because
would be
Aeon needs to
12-12.
get 2 points in the event they lose again.
Yep.
So if they lose, they can't be giving up more than 2 points, generally. So the idea is not to lose.
Yeah.
And Donnie's in the chat and he appears to be tilted. And that's not good considering that he has to play later tonight. So I guess we're trying to get Top Hat Demon and me, myself, and I see Top Hat Demon appears to be somewhat ready.
Yeah, I'd sent a message to both of them, and
Okay, sweet.
so yeah.
So Top Hat Demon's a little bit different than the others. Brought both Mage and Warlock, which is always kind of interesting. I'm curious about the Mage, because Reno Mage seems to have taken a hit after the balance changes. It lost its best matchup, which was the main reason for ever playing it, so
Yeah.
you have to build it kind of differently, or play Freeze Mage, which people weren't too shy about that in the Bahamas.
There was a
And
lot of
people
freeze mage,
cer-
wasn't there?
Yeah, people certainly play Freeze Mage a good amount in THL too. There's several players known for doing it. It used to be much more of a mainstream deck. It's a little bit better in Last Hero Standing, I think. It has more potential, but yeah, it can have its place. Good against Rogue, good against Shaman, good against Priest. If you know how to play it. I always felt that Mage with Mad Scientist had more of a training wheels type feel to it. It was a little bit easier to play Freeze Mage if you had something as ridiculously overpowered as Mad Scientist at your disposal.
Yeah, Mad Scientist was such a good card. I only played a little bit of Freeze Mage during the GVG era, so.
In fact, it's pretty amazing with that. If not for the rotation of Ice Lance, that new Mage card would have been really sweet for Freeze Mage, the one that draws the secret.
Yeah.
It's just like way better than Novice Engineer in a way. You're drawing a card, you're drawing a secret. You kind of like to play a secret.
Yeah, if you're putting a secret in your deck, you definitely want it in your hand.
Especially Ice Block.
Yeah, if
so
it's a full
Mage-
secret deck, who knows? We'll see about that.
Yeah, so Mage, Warlock, Shaman, Warrior. Me, myself, and I has the Priest, Rogue, Shaman, and Warrior. And yeah, if Priest gets banned from Top Hat Demon, I'll be very, very curious of what's going on. Seems like it's the better matchup for the Warlock, not Reno Mage though, so. Just seems like most people are banning Warrior unless they have a really good reason. Warrior was the only class that all 10 of the finalists brought.
Yep. Actually, JB was the only one who didn't bring Shaman.
What's that? JB didn't bring Shaman. Yeah.
JB's the lone person who didn't bring Shaman.
And he won, so yeah, these other people who brought Shaman clearly messed up.
So we are still waiting for the bands to get done. Actually, we just found out. Me, myself, and I is going to be banning Top Hat Demon's Warlock. It seems.
Warlock. Okay, that's a good band for Priest. It's pretty good for the Shaman too. I think if Shamans are more mid-rangey typically now, I think Reno Warlock is pretty comfortable against a lot of them if they're just running as many board clears as possible. Going up against Rogue and Shaman, I think sometimes you even play that 6 mana one if you've got a really good idea that they're not playing aggro Shaman, let's say.
And then Top Hat Demon went ahead and banned Shaman, so we're gonna have a couple of warriors left up here.
Okay. So ban Shaman, which that's really good news. Because Top Hat Demon happened to have the warrior backup. Maybe he had an idea of this coming. Maybe me, myself, and I has not been banning warrior much after the balance changes. So yeah, Shaman. All depends on what kind of Shaman it is, I guess.
Yep. So we're gonna wait for them to start. I made sure that we got spectated ready to go. So we'll be starting match number 2 here in just a second. And
it's possible that maybe Top Hat Demon's just targeting the rogue with the shaman, like banning the shaman, bringing the shaman leads me to think maybe it's aggro. Aggro shaman was, I think aggro shaman now with the loss of small time buccaneer is definitely worse off against mid range shaman, just especially due to the fact that Hex just takes out your 7 in some cases, and they've got the AoEs, heals. It's just they've got the 0 mana 5/5 taunts.
Should have brought Cheesy on, give us the aggro shaman breakdown post nerfs.
Oh yeah. Mr. Vicious Syndicate.
Yeah, but
if it's anything like the new cards, then he'll be very pessimistic about it.
So we're still waiting on them to start. So how
both of them are playing warriors, so no. I think you'd probably expect just to see oozes, at least one in most of these decks, assuming it's not freeze mage.
Yeah.
Were you gonna say something?
I was just gonna ask your thoughts about Pirate Warrior being so strong even after the nerf to Small Time Buccaneer.
Yeah.
Does that surprise you, or?
Well, it seems like the way that Pirate Warrior is strong, it definitely has a lot of good minions. But as long as you're just making weapons huge and hitting people in the face with them, that seems to be the main way that it finds damage. And if it loses small time, then everyone loses small time, and there's just not like the quality of early game that Pirate Warrior has. It just doesn't really exist anywhere.
They are in there, and we're gonna see Top Hat Demon open up with his shaman, and me, myself, and I is gonna open up with his priest, and we see double Northshire cleric and a Blackwing Corruptor, and me, myself, and I's hand. I can't tell. I don't think he's thrown away any cards yet, so he kept one. Oh, perfect curve. And another man, Top Hat Demon also has the Bloodcell Corsair.
All right, we got the team strategy going on here.
Yeah.
So I mean, did he keep that just to get patches? I guess that makes sense.
No, he mulliganed for it. He had a very heavy hand for the mulligan.
Sweet. Oh, so me, myself, and I had 2 clerics decided to pitch one just for a semblance of a curve, I guess. Huh. Yeah. So gunning for the Pirate Warrior, it seems like Top Hat Demon. Do you coin Totem Golem? It gets shut down by Shadow Word Pain, but I think Top Hat Demon would see that this was the only card kept in the this cleric. probably worth. But if
Yeah.
you can't,
I mean, you can at
kill
least
it,
pull
then
patches next turn too.
yeah. But if it gets pained, then the patches and it would be bad against the cleric. Although maybe them
Oh,
drawing a
and
card at
there's
that
the
point
top
is the least
deck.
of your worry. Yeah, this cleric will never die now because of the Cabal Talon Priest. Oh, right off the top.
Yep.
That's pretty
Oh,
devastating.
but that is a good draw.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's so much better. So now there's Jade Claws and Corsair next turn, and now suddenly everything is kind of peachy, except the Cabal Talon Priest is going to be such a big pain into Argus too.
Yeah.
This is
Me, myself, and I was drawing a really good curve here.
very gross. I don't know if Top Hat Demon at this point you could just take down the Cabal Talon Priest. Maybe you have to think about Argus. It's no stretch of the imagination to expect Argus. Having brought Warrior and having not had your Warrior banned, like they're playing Argus. That hits. Oh, I guess that sets up for the Argus to help the Cleric kill it.
Yeah.
And because of that, I think now Top Hat Demon's even more encouraged to just go for the trade with the Jade Claws. Or do you just Totem Golem and go face?
Overloading either way.
Oh, okay, we're killing Cleric. That's actually way better. Since the Tunnel Chog lives with the 1 health before turn 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And now if Tunnel Chog can live, which I'm guessing it won't, but if it could, then
And that makes that attack look seem kind of bad. I'm not really sure I like
why
that
me
attack.
myself and I attacked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You knew he was playing. You knew he was gonna have something.
It's a shame there's no dragon in the hand. Otherwise, this could have been very good. Just trade Nether Spite heal type of deal. But
Yeah.
just gonna play and get the Argus out there while you can. Oh, best seats ever, PogChamp. I think Top Hat Demon's just gonna try and roll into Aya at this point, which is kind of awkward. Because you can't play any of these current cards.
Ooh, wow.
Oh, that sucks. There's really
you
no
pass.
rush to just play one. Like, there's no rush.
No.
Well, I mean, okay, so it's turn 5. The Dragon Priest passed. You can effectively. I think they got death at that point. If there was.
If there's ever a time he has
Dragonoid
death.
Operative, yeah.
We're just gonna throw out a brand here.
Is
We
the
are.
tempo Bran? I guess so. I mean, Bran's value is not that important against
Oh,
Aggro
and that
Shaman,
is a
which
top deck.
You basically know it's Aggro Shaman. God, me, myself, and I's odds have to be insane to top deck a dragon here, but no. Oh my god, this tournament attendee is amazing. That Dragonfire potion could have been so good, but
Yep.
this is so unfortunate for me, myself.
Yeah, he
and
had
I.
such a great start and then just can't get a dragon.
How many dragons are Dragon Priest playing these days? Like 10? Had at least 50-50 to top deck one at any point, and at that point, you'll never run out.
Yeah. Oh, this
Now
actually.
it's kind of too late. Oh well, Dragonfire potion. Never mind.
Well, he's still out of range of it, thanks to the healing
Oh
totem.
my god, that's what the WoW was for, which might have been a little too. But you can set up for Holy Nova, so there.
Yeah, I mean Holy Nova's gonna take care of it.
Oh yeah, or of course you Holy Nova first, so you go with the stronger AOE second. That it would
Yeah.
be very dumb to do it the other way around.
And he's just going to be left with a 3/3 after this Dragonfire potion. It's going to put in
Yep,
some
it can
work.
get pained. It can get pained, which yeah, I mean, really just holding out for dragons. This is just sad to see. Very unfortunate. Where are they? Huh.
How do you
So I
feel
guess
about holding off on the pain here?
Saving the pain for Flame Tongue Totem,
Speaking
it
of,
would seem. In this situation, as good as the Thalanos is for spell damage, I think, yeah, you just kind of need Cycle, don't you?
yeah. I'm going to put this Thanos in the middle.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. We are power word shielding that.
Yeah, expecting to paint it.
Yeah.
Imagine. Okay, so find a dragon, and then
He
you
took
can
a
play the
12/12.
Wait, what were the other choices? Weren't there
There was
reasonable 4-mana minions?
there was a
Take Azure Drake?
actually, yeah.
Makes sense, right? It's a card you have in your deck.
Yeah. There what was it? Twilight Guardian and
Ooh.
oh
this
wow.
is quite a bit of damage. So that's 5 plus 6. Do 16 damage right now. Maelstrom just for the minion, I think.
I think I would have liked the hero power first there.
Because I don't think everything else is getting played. Oh, you're just gonna cycle Thanos? I guess so, because the Jade Lightning sufficiently clears.
Yeah.
Alright. So he's committed to the board control. Which makes sense, because the Jade Lightning... I mean, we're summoning 4/4s at this point. That's pretty impressive for an aggro shout.
So what are you playing first here?
At this point. Deathwing Dragonlord just seems wrong. Yeah, Azure Drake makes sense. Corruptor's not that great. It'll set. I think Wormrust Agent will take the trade and potentially set up.
Well, if he takes the second Deathwing Dragonlord and somehow the first one dies.
What do you think about taking Whelp instead of the Fairy Dragon and then playing it rather than the Cleric?
I don't know.
I guess Cleric is out here in case there's healing of minions next turn, but there would have always been a chance to squeeze that in.
And we're really holding on to
wow,
this.
Top Hat Demon really could have played differently last turn, where should have definitely hero powered before the Jade Lightning, because that totem, that Flame Tongue totem train got completely screwed up by that being ordered the way it was. The Jade should have been on the far right.
Yeah.
That really messed things up. Thinking about posting the Drake, maybe?
Yeah,
Either
I
way,
guess.
Holy Nova is going to be a disaster, so...
And whoa! That is a
Healer
greater healing potion.
Wow. That's game-winning. That's weird.
That is not
This-
something you see every day.
No. Wow. You're gonna do it, right? Just do it.
Yeah, now's the time.
With that, you can probably play Deathwing Dragonlord the following turn. Top Hat Demon's just beside himself. Like, what?
I think after seeing both of the corruptors, I think it's time to play the Flame Tongue.
Wow. That really is incredible. Yeah, so Flame Tongue gets some really amazing traits here. You can kill the Azure Drake and the Blackwing Corruptor. I mean, at any point, Top Hat Demon can draw Finley, get life tap, and the game can flip back on its head, but wow. I just really don't know. That greater healing potion. I
Any
guess
high
this will be the
rolls?
extent of the training. Oh, it looked like a high roll, but it wasn't. That's
Oh, yeah.
hilarious. It's actually a 5-6.
We thought it was a high roll. Oh, never mind. That was only... Was that the...
Flame Tongue Totem, Shadow Death.
Oh, okay. So I thought both Corruptors had been played, but I was wrong.
Nope. At this point, oh, you're not going to heal the Nether Spite after all she did for you?
And there it goes.
Top Hat Demon's out. Top Hat Demon is out. So, yeah, me, myself, and I's up 1. It's looking grim. Looking grim for Aeon so far, but it's a game.
Yeah, it's still early.
I think Top Hat Demon is gunning for the Warrior and possibly the Rogue to some extent. The Priest getting the win was probably bound to happen at some point.
Yeah.
Probably the most free deck. So yeah. It's kind of weird the way it happened with the potion.
I really wanted to see that Deathwing Dragonlord get played.
Oh yeah,
I'd
true.
like to have seen that.
You think he took the Twilight Whelp maybe because, or the Fairy Dragon because that is a good result from Deathwing Dragonlord and Twilight Whelp wasn't? That's
No.
like a really way out thought.
I don't know why we took the Deathwing Dragonlord in the first place, but
Yeah. Well. Yeah, but that Greater Healing Potion, that's the sort of thing that happens in THL. I don't even know that Greater Healing Potion's the best card you could be playing in your Dragon Priest. I would almost wonder, like, maybe Toxic Subarus could be better at that. I just don't know.
yeah.
Maybe Doomsayer. Like, why not? Doomsayer Dragon Priest.
Rogue with Kodo, so are you expecting this to be Reno Mage?
With Kodo. Oh, this is to kill the Finja.
Mage with the Kodo. Yeah.
This is to kill Finja, and I wonder if he'll keep it. Having seen if he was watching the stream before, he would know that Rogue. It's funny if these people, if they're watching their teammates play on stream, and notice the trend of them playing similar decks, they're like getting new info in real time. That's a weakness to playing the same strategies, I guess. Kept the Kodo. Oh my god, this Kodo is going to be so good.
If he gets time to play it, he has got a slow hand.
Whether it kills the Silent Knight or otherwise, that's pretty good. You ever just play the deck hand here? I mean, it seems
it's just going to get pinged off, yeah.
Vedney, what the...
Wait, what?
Vedney just pops in the broadcast booth.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't say anything. So if you had saved the deck hand, you could have just daggered up and then coined it out with Bluegill, maybe, which would have been silly. Seems weird.
And top
Southsea Deckhand's a card that can help out your... Oh my god, this Finch is totally getting coded.
That is...
Actually, it's not, because of Silent Knight. But... Wow. That's amazing.
Well, we know exactly what to...
So, there's going to be a pretty significant 50-50, assuming that me, myself, and I is out the Finja. Which I would think you always do. Golden Kazakis. The thing me, myself, and I needs to do is not draw any more blocks in the coming turns.
So deal 4 and summon a 5/5 I really like.
That's great. Wow. Dakota doesn't even have to hit the right target anymore.
Yeah.
That's perfect. It's so funny that the Kodo got kept. That is the Finja killer. That's what it's there for.
I've only played one match of THL in this meta, so I didn't get to see too much of it.
Argus. Okay, so that's a small tech about the Pirate Warrior.
Now, do you play? Yeah, do you play
the Drake over the Finja seems like a. You think me, myself, and I wanted to dodge this potion, this worst case.
Well, that's what I was
scenario?
about to say. And then there comes
it
the
sure
Finja.
Seems like it.
And this Kodo.
I hope Brunson's actually watching. He said he was gonna stop, but the Die to Kodo meme is so good.
And that's huge.
Wow. And he draws the other Murloc. At this point, this is what I find crazy about the Finja decks is at a certain point you're just like Finja's out of the equation and you're just playing random Murlocs and you just gotta deal with it. And if you hold on to them, they do get better. Like this will be a 6/3 bluegill at some point, but you kind of like to kill the 5/5.
I think you just play the Swashbuckler and Swashbuckler, whatever
see what
it is.
Happens.
See what you get.
Because you can afford it, no matter what.
Okay.
Oh, this is interesting.
This is a play. And that Frostbolt.
Oh my god, the Drake and the Frostbolt.
Yep.
I think Tap had demons in full control. I don't know how he's losing. Has Alex Straza, has amazing board presence, has lethal setup, and I don't know how that's gonna stop either.
Yeah.
Because even if the Kodo gets killed, that's 9 damage on board plus Fireball, Forgotten Torch. Yeah.
He's got 11 damage in hand right now with that.
Fireball alone plus ping could do it.
Looks like he's gonna. He knows.
Gonna play around it. Yeah, that's a really desperate spot. Yeah, I mean, Forgotten Torch seems pretty. You can definitely part ways with it. Are you in desperate need to ping this off? Or, yeah? Because this sets up lethal yet again, right?
Yeah.
Kind of the point of everything. These are 4 health minions, so a Volcanic Potion, if need be, will be fine. Oh!
That Ice Lance will matter if he thinks he
Edwin.
needs to stall that much. He's gonna Edwin.
Yeah, Top Hat has the Polymorph, though, luckily.
Yeah, Top Hat, his hand was slow, but the Rogue didn't get out to a big start, and he just had all the answers.
Yeah. Oh, doesn't even have to Polymorph. I think that Fire Lance portal is the better choice every time.
Yeah.
Well played.
Kind of fortunate.
Well, that is a Grook Fu
Oh
Master.
my god, Grook Fu Master!
That's
now,
my
if you're me,
favorite
myself,
card.
and I, you'd be a good sport. Are you ever gonna be a good sport and just let the Grook Fu kill you? That's like kind of amazing. Is Grook Fu gonna get in there? I've never heard the sounds that Grook Fu makes, but
And so the Mage has secured its victory, so it's 1-1.
Yep, 1-1. Mage is down. Got a lot of information about that rogue. That's
Oh, yeah.
because, yeah, it makes sense to play that sort of rogue, having banned the Warlock, I think. The Top Hat was ready with that Kodo and got the right potion, too, so it was never going to happen. The Finja.
Yeah, he had everything he needed to. He got the 4 damage AoE to clear the board, and He thought, oh, my Finja's gonna get to make it. But no, the Stampeding Kodo.
Yeah, so Top Hat could queue the Shaman back up again. I don't see why the Shaman would be bad. It just seemed Top Hat Demon felt stronger about
That is a
Reno Mage at
devolve.
the time. With
He
things
is.
out of the way.
That is a
Okay, he's ready
devolve.
for the Rogue.
Yeah. He doesn't want that rogue to win.
Okay, yeah. So teching for the Warrior, but also the Rogue at the same time. It's kind of like multi-dimensional chess or something. Oh. Not the greatest, but Totem Golem's good.
Ooh, and a patches draw with the... That is...
Ouch.
That hurts.
Big time. Yeah. Wow, I mean, it's guaranteed pirate at any point should you draw a Blood Cell. Cultist.
Do you ever just play patches there?
I mean, going into a Tunnel Trog, it doesn't seem like it'd be that bad. Just playing the patches.
Yeah.
Like, what are they gonna do? Coin Maelstrom Portal? They're
Wouldn't
certainly
work.
not gonna Spirit Claws.
And it looks like they have caught on to the, what is it? The
Corsair.
Blood Cell? The Corsair, yeah. Blood Cell Corsair.
Yeah, all the Blood Sales have their weird names. I mean,
Yeah.
patches should have been summoned automatically here. Oh, this is Water Warrior.
Water Warrior, okay.
Pretty neat. Well, she's a problem, but wow, you Lava Burst and you are committed to Totem or Thalnos next. Looks like Top Hat Demon's just gonna bide some time here. Well, Thalnos is threatening enough to eat the weapon, so that's something, but...
And that's
Oh, there you go.
a turn too late.
Could have gotten the patches too, which, like, the 1-2 plus the patches plus the Maelstrom Portal could have meant a lot, but...
Yeah. Oh, and then the second frothing.
Second Frothing goes up into a 4-4. You're not afraid at all.
No.
The Jade Lightning. Yeah, and you definitely save that Bluegill for the... at this point.
If you're Top Hat Demon, what are you looking for here? I think you
guess
have to
the
coin Lava Burst.
Combination of Feral Spirits, yeah, and Lava Burst, which is huge amount of overload.
Yeah, next
Top-
turn you'll
this-
be playing your Maelstrom Portal.
Yep. Top Hat Demon would love a nice weapon to eat into, which... is that going to be the case?
I think it is.
To Arcanite Reaper before using the Murlocs. The Murlocs seem tempting in that position.
Like I said, I generally prefer minions over the weapons.
Especially when it's going into a turn where your opponent's so heavily overloaded. You'd only have a 3/3 Murloc, but your opponent's at 2 mana. What's happening?
We have some. We still have some damage here, but he's not gotten a lot into Top Hat Demon's health pool. He seems to have held control for a while, but he only got in the one attack with the Blood Cell Raider.
Right. The Raider hit once into a minion to get Frothing up, which
Yeah.
did force Top Hat Demon into Lava Bursting. So let's see. So between Jade Claws and Maelstrom Portal, that's a pretty easily cleared board. You can also try and get one of these 4 mana dudes out, and maybe Lava Burst the... Okay, so it seems like it's going to be the Claws and Maelstrom and just trying to fish for spell damage.
Yeah.
Shifter's Eris. If only he could change on the board.
Now that would be a card.
Top Hat Demon's a little low, but I think Top Hat Demon definitely has the potential to.
I think he weathered
Make
the
a
early
reverse
game
clock
enough
happen.
to where he can.
Yeah, just set up a reverse clock with these 7/7s and the last lava burst and just get them. I wonder if there will ever be a point where you decide to play the Destroyer over the Flame Wreath. Probably not.
I think you're.
Gonna have 7 mana next turn. That's enough for lava burst plus 4 mana dude if need be.
Yeah.
So this is
And
13
me, myself,
damage.
and I just ran out of steam.
Yeah, big time. Just at this point, just send everything to base. I don't know why hold back on the heroic strike because you.
13 on board and with the spell damage. Yeah, he's still a little off. Oh, wait. He is 1 damage off lethal.
Wow.
Yeah. With that
think
pickup.
You roll a totem for sure. You've got 50-50 to get taunt. Oh, we're just going? Or is that actually lethal? I believed you.
Oh, I thought I counted it right.
Because you got +3. Oh no, that's definitely lethal.
Oh, yeah.
I
counted it
trusted
wrong.
you.
I
didn't
counted
do the math
wrong.
myself. That's
Oh,
okay.
we can't maths.
Alright, wow, so... Yeah, Top Hat Demon is doing what Aeon needs to do. Now up 2 to 1. And yeah, me, myself, and I is a big fan of the water. That's for sure.
He likes it a lot. So yeah, Top Hat Demon, all he has is his warrior left, so that's... I mean, that looks good for him. We're going to the warrior mirror. Well, we won't see Apaches.
So now we're
in
down to the
hands.
warrior mirror. You think the Bloodsail Corsair is making an appearance in this warrior too?
Who knows?
Oh, we got Garrosh versus Magni now. So going first, you play the Nazas first mate, and then basically your entire board's gonna get destroyed by their first mate. But do you ever not play this? Is that a consideration?
I don't know.
Yeah, you just play it.
Yeah.
So, the Water Warrior, I just don't know. Pirate Warrior Mirror seems like such a mess. And
Having
I
to
would
pass
lean
here is
heavily
really
toward
bad.
the one who is not passing on turn 2, but we'll see. It's still early enough. What do you think about? Yeah, I guess upgrade coin Bloodsail Raider.
I don't
These
know.
bluegills are so bad to have drawn. they just if they don't get pulled by Finja, and if you don't draw Murloc War Leader, they're just terrible cards. Oh, Frothing feels bad, man, but
Yeah.
you will kill it.
Yeah, I don't like the play me, myself, and I made.
Yeah, it seems.
I think I'm
You
just
think you
hitting
might have
face
just
for
overridden
one.
with the Warax?
I hit face for one and then override. Yeah.
Yeah, because you want to have 2 charges because you gotta respect the. So
Yeah. I like to use.
that's the reason.
Yeah. And see, that upgrade basically ended up doing nothing.
Yeah, I swung twice with the upgraded weapon.
No, just once.
Oh, just the once? Yeah.
Yeah, just the once, and he had to override it immediately. Oh, and there's an ooze.
Basically, just an extra damage that got to happen.
Yeah.
On the Bloodsail Raider. Yeah. So ooze.
Well, it looks like it's gonna work out because
Yeah, Bluegill Warrior. In fact, these Bluegill Warriors are now their time to shine has arrived.
Oh, and yeah, this looks pretty
hold
rough
on
for
to
Top
one,
Hat
eh?
Demon.
Oh, I would think you'd hold one.
Behind a taunt, what are you scared of?
I guess nothing. Yeah, I guess it'll end up dealing 4 damage if nothing.
Oh, there's a bash.
Okay, yeah. So Top Hat is equipped for the mirror in a different way. So I guess you'll just bash.
Oh,
Well, I guess South Sea Captain is pretty threatening, so because now at any point a South Sea deckhand would get trades in, but then it would have been.
and you know that Finja's pulling what are normally 2/3/3s will be 2/5/4s.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Finja. Oh,
Yep.
it can pull the war leaders, which is
Yep.
essentially 4 damage
Yeah,
immediately.
and even if the Bluegill Warrior dies, it's still 2/5/4s when it happens.
Yeah. Are we trading or are we not trading?
I don't think there's
okay.
any reason to
I
go
don't
face
think there really
there.
was a reason to trade either, because if there was,
Well, no, I think there's every reason to trade. What are you going to lose to with this board?
well, yeah, I guess so.
I don't think there's anything you're that scared of other than if he somehow manages to reclaim board.
It just seems weird because, to me, the captain was threatening because of South Sea deckhands being able to trade into the 3 health minions, but if there were deckhands, they would have been played. Trading into it plays around Bloodsail Cultists, but the hook getting upgraded really meant nothing, and if there was a War Axe in hand, it would have been played a long time ago. It just seemed like the South Sea captain was completely not threatening, but it's not really going to matter either way.
Yeah, me, myself, and I
Mortal
was going to be
Strike.
1 damage off of lethal next turn.
Because you figure Mortal Strike's happening.
Yeah, I don't see a world where that
Mortal
Raider
Strike,
lives.
armor up. And then, yeah, just kind of pray that Leroy will have its day. Yeah, forced into this. Maybe draw another bash, I don't know. Do you just reveal Finja, right? Oh. Do you? Just reveal it? Get the 2 in?
I don't know. I think you throw down a Korkron, armor up, smack him in the face for 6.
Just get the minion down rather than the weapon. That's kind of weird. The Reaper is essentially just better, right?
Oh, I'm like I said, I always think it's better to go with the.
Just the weapon can't get interacted with. But yeah. If there was another bash, it wasn't going. Okay, so Korkron's here now. Korkron.
There's nothing you can do.
No. We could try.
Yeah.
You can just try.
You're praying
In
Pirate
fact,
Water
maybe,
Warrior doesn't have 1 damage.
Maybe you just have to be desperate enough to. You have to just go 1-for-1 with the Korkrons here. You can't be so optimistic that between 2 cards there wouldn't be 2 damage. By, like, getting this value trade.
Yeah.
You just have to go 1-for-1. If you go face, or, well, obviously you're never going face. Okay. I'm gonna go with some sort of optimism here. But yeah. Well, 2-2.
Comes
But
down to a
Top Hat
warrior
Demon gets to
versus
play Pirate
rogue.
Warrior against rogue, yeah. So could be most likely to be a win, a 3-2-1, which just wins are just everything at this point for Aeon. It doesn't really matter how they get them
Yeah.
and what the margin. If they can win out from this point, then that's fine. if they lost any match remaining, it was going to be a rough road anyway. So I think they'll just take wins. However they come. Yeah, so Warrior versus Water Rogue. I guess the Water type Rogue, it was running those Argent Horse Riders, so maybe it's got to be a little bit better off than Miracle Rogue. For whatever that's worth.
Well, we'll find out here in just a moment.
Yeah, I think Top Hat can probably close it out. Just depends. Sometimes Rogue gets it done, and Water Rogue can also. But yeah, this match means everything
Rogue has
at
so
this
much
point.
burst potential.
If
you
me, myself, and I wins, is it over?
No, like I said, if me, myself, and I wins, it'll be 12-5, which means that would be 2 sweeps
Yes.
would be required.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, Bash is here, but not really.
The pleasure is mine.
Now, if Top Hat Demon wins, it's going to go 7-10.
Yep.
Um,
The Murgleton's pretty nice.
we see a Shaku, and we definitely see more water stuff coming out.
I think we're taking Priest Hero Power. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good. If it comes down to a trading game, Pirate Warrior has some minions that have, 4 health maximum.
We're just daggering up here. And we're punching the...
To set up for the potential of Deckhand, I guess. Maybe there'll be like a Deckhand Eviscerate if there was a Frothing or something. I don't know. Me, myself, but by punching you, get some options.
Yeah. So if you're Top Hat Demon, what are you thinking?
War Axe seems straightforward. Whether you coin out the Deckhand or not, I don't know. If you coin it out, then you severely limit your options. That means no Korkron.
Here comes the Silent Knight. And we're going to upgrade. I really like coining out the Korkron. Oh wait, these are running that... What is it? The card that gives Stealth Minion +2/+2.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Is it something Sensei? I can't remember the name of the card. Yeah, he is going to go ahead and coin out the Korkron. I like it. I like going face. Smacking things, you know. He's holding on to that weapon charge. And so if you're me, myself, and I, he's going to start with a swashbuckler here. And what did he get off of this? That is a Grime Street Pawnbroker.
Well, there are no weapons in hand. That much is true. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the card that buffs these. Just call it Stealthy Houndmaster.
Stealthy Houndmaster.
Stealthy Houndmaster. Yeah, so me, myself, and I is quite the board. I don't think Top Hat's coming back too strong, but you might as well trade a little bit just to support the Frothing. You go all the way and take out the Silent Knight too?
I think you leave the Silent Knight up.
Yeah. Get the 2-1. If this deckhand eats a dagger charge, you're pretty. Shaku Eviscerate seems very, very strong. Top Hat Demon needs a bigger weapon. Or another upgrade.
Speak of the
Okay.
devil.
I think you just upgrade it twice and go. That's 12 damage, which, between the Mortal Strike and Leroy, the game's basically guaranteed to be over.
Yeah, I
And-
think you just keep smacking face.
Oh, 15, yeah.
I mean,
And the Priest Hero Power is great, because he won't really die in the meantime.
and that is a Malkarok.
Me, myself, and I needs Shield Lock. It would have been just better to Bluegill Warrior, right?
Oh yeah.
Like every time. Because you get the 4 and then you get 4 again the next turn. Does me, myself, and I have outs next turn? For lethal, if Cold Blood gets drawn, that's 8 plus 6, 14, 18. Even with Cold Blood, it's not going to do it.
No. Yeah.
Deckhand also doesn't. If Cold Blood wasn't going to do it, Deckhand certainly. So me, myself, and you attack with Shaku first. For starters.
Yep. Oh, that is
very good. This is such a.
Oh, he did not get good options
Silver.
here.
I mean, you take Patriarch and.
Yeah, every time.
Bluegill to trade is the best. And then just slap down the Patriarch, and this is pretty funny. I can't believe Silverhand Patriarch could save the day. Wait, no. Okay, so miss one damage to have
a 3/1.
4 more later. Wouldn't you have just gotten way more in the long run then?
And this was something I was wondering last turn, is if you should play a Mortal Strike or a Leroy in last turn.
Right.
Which, I mean, there's so many different things you can't really...
So, Top Hat Demon can heal up to 18. And you could just Mortal Strike down the Patriot.
I mean, that's what you have to do.
And hit face for 5. Then you're at 18, and then they're 2, 6, 9, 12, 14. Then you're just dead. The Silverback Patriarch. So what could Top Hat Demon have done last turn?
He could have Leroyed.
Did he just float a bunch of mana?
Yeah. Boatload.
So it's kind of funny. I think that would have also given, had me, myself, and I gotten that Cold Blood, I think with the Whelps, there just would have not have been enough space. Yeah, maybe there was no reason not to.
I was thinking about it, about the merits of putting him down lower.
Yeah, right.
And he's counting it up right now, and he sees it.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's a win for me, myself, and I. It's 12 to 5. So
12 to 5.
Has to be sweeps.
Has to be a sweep from Kungmar and the Town Drunk. And that was a series.
Some serious pressure. You know, being in finals matches like this, it's sometimes it's just better to not have the information of what the prior series have done. Last season, when Team Rank 5 was in the finals, I played on stream after Jesus' match, and I was actually very happy that they didn't submit the results, because I was constantly refreshing the site just out of curiosity to see them, and I really shouldn't have done it. I just had like a morbid curiosity to see. But like if you're Donnie and you're Kungmar for tomorrow, and you know that like you can't drop a game, Kungmar will certainly know.
Yeah.
But maybe Donnie won't. I don't know. It's just, yeah. So Donnie's got Rogue, Shaman, Warlock, Warrior. Scritch has Priest, Shaman, Warlock. So they differ between Rogue and Priest. And I think this is a really great lineup for Donnie, because he be able to shut Priest out. But again, he needs to sweep.
Yeah,
If he loses a single game, it's done. And I really hope he sweeps.
I do too.
Yeah, not like this. Well, some finals matches have to go this way.
Yeah, we can't pre-record these.
Yeah, so Scritch could ban either the Rogue or the Warlock. We saw myself, and I banned the Warlock last series, so I don't think it's too far out for Scritch to do the same. I think Scritch's Priest is in big trouble, but again, Scritch might know that you just need one win.
Yep.
So on the flip side, it's useful to know in that point.
Yeah.
So if your warrior doesn't get banned, maybe you just queue it up constantly, and if your shaman doesn't get banned, just queue.
Yeah, those definitely seem to be the two strongest classes with just the best overall win rates. So yeah, we are. Scritch's computer crashed. Something crashed on him. He's resetting it up.
Oh, yep.
But they are preparing now.
Donnie's on his phone. Watch out. Yeah, some people play more on their phone than not. I hate to rob the Vicious Syndicate people from their precious data from my tracker bots.
I just don't enjoy playing on my phone. I do enjoy playing on my tablet though. The phone's just too small.
Phone's just kind of slow.
Yeah.
Convenient.
Yeah.
So yeah, wow. I just can't believe that if one game gets dropped at any point in this series.
Yeah. And so should Hearthstone Academy come out on top, which it's looking like they are, would they be the first, we'll call them an expansion team, to win in their debut season?
Yeah, in Alpha, the Generals won, but every team by definition was a team like that. In Beta, like they weren't. The Gosu Casuals, again, just about every team was around for about the same time.
Yeah.
And then in Kappa, Archon Storm was pretty well established.
Yeah.
As a team, and the players had been around forever. So yeah, there's really never been anything like this.
Yeah, and they are. Are they all new to the league this season? I think they are.
Every single one of them.
Yeah. That's really cool. Still waiting on bans right now, but yeah, this team.
Apparently both warrior bands.
Yep, they just sent me the message too.
Okay, nice.
But yeah, this team will not be looking the same next season, whether they win or lose. They are significantly over the cap and are.
Yeah.
With their winning ways here, they're even more.
It goes with the territory. When you get to the finals, you've done way too much winning.
Yeah. Really difficult.
You get kind of sick of it after a while.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they're at 1949.
Yeah, so I said significantly, and that's not including the other 20 some. They're at what?
Wow, they've got about 75 PR total over Aeon. So if there's any theories to greater PR leading wins, I don't.
Okay,
really
so
no
I have a
team
spectate from.
Comes close. Oh, did they queue up?
I got a spectate invite from.
Oh, same.
Yeah.
Yeah, so both Warriors banned, which. Yeah, I think Scritch just has to not queue up the Priest. It's not friendly times for the Priest. I'm gonna go with Warlock.
So I'm waiting on spectate from Scritch right now. There it is. Alright. It seems to be Reno locked. We see an Abyssal Enforcer, a Mountain Giant, and a...
And again, it's weird to see the Ooze in the deck when the Warrior was banned. This has been a consistent theme throughout all of Salty Saturdays.
Yeah, I don't... ban the Warrior and bring in the Ooze seems a little off. Your
Ooze
own.
is only so good against Shaman. Like, they get one swing with their claws off, and then you ooze it. Like, how good was that?
I mean, it used to be you could get rid of a 1-mana 3/3 weapon.
Yep.
And for a while, and early days, I remember Doomhammer was big, but
Oh,
now
yeah.
it's just the Jade Claws you see, and occasionally a Hammer of Twilight, which isn't the greatest
No,
thing
because
to
then you give them a
ooze.
charging 4/2.
Yeah.
Jade Claws makes enough sense. Oh, okay, so also has the build that with the Feral Spirits. Not all mid-rangey shamans really do this.
And again, that's something that that card's best against Pirate Warrior.
Pirate Warrior.
I mean, that card can single-handedly win you Pirate Warrior.
Second Jade Claws. Wow, this Mountain Giant might actually just stick.
How do you feel
You do
about
the second Jade Claws, you just totem up, you've got 2 minions for Flame Tongue at that point. Pretty good.
I think you just do the second Jade Claws.
Yeah. I think he swung with the 1 in Fear of the Ooze, but... Yeah.
He's
Oh,
going
okay,
with
we're
the-
just going all into Hellfire here. This is okay, because you've got 2 mana for Flame Tongue, so it's not bad. Playing very aggressively
Yeah.
with the swings.
And it looks like it's going to work out for him.
So, do you have an accurate read that there's no Hellfire? If there was ever Hellfire, it was getting played over Mountain Giant every time.
I think you're right. I think you go all in here.
With Flame Tongue and go face?
Yeah. That's how I would do it.
Because, yeah, at that point, if there's no Hellfire, then it would have to be like some kind of combination of Demon Wrath plus Mortal Coil, or like Shadow Flame, and Shadow Flame would just that's a win.
And one thing you want to make sure you do here is the Flame Tongue needs to be positioned not there. I was going to say with this way,
Really?
well, see, he can just by the attack he can negate 2 damage from the Flame Tongue. So if you put it in between the Jade Golem and the Spirit Wolf, if he kills the Spirit Wolf, it just slides over.
Yeah, I think the idea is though that you want
The 4 damage to go
to go into the Mountain Giant, so that you can deal with it. With this,
Yeah, but I mean,
Thanos Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
It's not going to end up mattering because the Flame Tongue just gets dealt with.
So he has 6 damage from hand, so he's 3 off lethal.
Okay, you could just Tunnel Chog and Jinyu or Jade Claws as well. Totem Golem, Jade Claws, get a 3/3. The Jade Claws is 4 damage over 2 turns, so... Yeah, no Reno spotted. Worth mentioning that Scritch has both the Jiraxis and the combo.
Well, I think on this turn you have to taunt up.
Taunt up with Second Rate Bruiser. Maybe you're at a point where you risk Dirty Rat too. You need a huge wall.
I think you have to do both.
Yeah. So Dirty Rat, and
you're not out healing them out. You don't have any way to out heal this stuff.
No. What's Demon Wrath do? Demon Wrath plus Second Rate Bruiser. That's interesting. Didn't want to risk the Dirty Rat, which is pretty understandable. So is this?
That's lethal.
Lethal? This has to be lethal.
Yep.
Yeah.
He just drops the Flame Tongue and hits the Lightning Bolt. Yeah,
actually,
very lethal.
Flame Tongue does it alone.
Yeah.
Flame Tongue.
No, he had lethal either way with Blood Mage into Lightning Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A matter of finding it.
Yeah.
Basically impossible to miss. People have good conceded APM. I like that. Okay, well, Donnie Donnie's doing what he has to do. He needs to sweep. I don't know that he's aware of it.
So how do you feel about queuing up the Warlock?
Well, seems weird. Warlock, definitely Arena Lock unfavored against Rogue. Against Warlock, you figure if it's also Arena Lock, that's 50-50. Against Shaman, you would suppose that you're slightly favored. So maybe not the strongest thing to open with. But then at the same time, I guess Shaman might have a similar story.
Yeah.
Maybe it's slightly unfavored against Warlock, 50-50 against your fellow Shaman,
And so this is going to
not
be...
sure where it's at against Rogue. It depends on whether it's mid-range. But...
And so this is Warlock versus what looks to be Miracle Rogue.
Miracle Rogue, not Water Rogue. Kept Conceal. I don't know about pitching Tomb Pillager and keeping Conceal.
He got
I would have done exactly the opposite.
Yeah, your minions are so precious.
Tomb Pillager's just, it's exactly what you want.
Yeah.
You always want Tomb Pillager in these slow matchups.
Double backstab.
Might as well use one here just to protect the 1/1s. Deny the heal. Backstab's not even that great.
Not in Reno, not against Reno Lock, yeah.
One thing's for sure. If Donnie can get Auctioneer, then he's a genius.
And we didn't attack with patches. Oh no, yeah, didn't attack with patches.
Well, don't want to dwell on this too much, but it's March 25th, 2017.
Oh.
Attack with patches. Oh well, happens.
Yeah. Now that power overwhelming though is really big. That is another
it's just a
4 damage.
one-time Cold Blood, which is kind of what Cold Blood can often be. Right?
And I just got a message. F 5 seed plays from Donnie. So from the town drunk over here. So
yeah, I like poking with the dagger here. It's really good.
Yeah.
Doomsayer here would be pretty smart. I think going into the potential of a coin 4.
I like the brand here a lot.
Yeah, brand makes tons of sense having had
the Twilight Drake.
Twilight Drake, yeah.
Yeah.
Huh, why not use the dagger? And keep the 2/1 around? That seems weird.
Trade off a 1/1.
Yeah, trade off a 1/1 rather than the 2/2 and get your face involved. Valera should always get her face involved against the slow deck.
And we drew Kazakis and Reno.
Yeah, pretty good. Get a 5 mana. If you can resummon some minions, 4 damage to all, it's best.
And there's the summon 2
friendly minions. Yeah, it's great. This is the ideal.
Yeah, he really hopes he can get that brand back, possibly.
Get the brand back. Get the Mistress of Mixtures back. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Oh, we could do some fancy plays here, but
start with
it
Tomb
wouldn't set
Pillager.
up lethal. Tomb Pillager. You kill it because... Oh, okay, we're making a big Edwin then. So I'm guessing this is Edwin Conceal at that point. If you go face, do you set up lethal?
Oh, with what? Oh, we're trading.
Wait, okay, so 7 damage to face would have put down to 15, and then there only would have been... It would have been 2 off lethal this turn. Bye, Swashbuckler. Well, it's a decent way to go, but ultimately the Reno's gonna punish it. And the Kazakis potion. And this is a great one to resummon.
Thank you.
Azure Drake seemed
Yeah, I would have.
straightforward.
And so here comes the Kazakus potion. I don't see how you're playing anything else. And
No way. Yeah, hope to get the second Bruiser back. Yeah,
And there it
these
is.
are the most defensive things that could have been resummoned. That is the best. So, questing, not really. Just have to Drake into Drake. I mean, it's never over. You can always draw Auctioneer.
yeah,
At
but you
one
don't have a lot
point-
of spells left to do much with it.
You just gotta find preps and counterfeit coins. Both backstabs got used though, so pretty bad. Scritch is just happily tapping away now. With
Yeah, you're behind a taunt. You've seen a conceal already.
Yep.
I guess at this point, really, the only thing you're going to lose to is a pair of really big concealed questings.
Mm-hmm. The sap is very, very good. Had that sap not been drawn, all momentum would have been lost.
Yeah, the sap really is clutch here.
So let's see. There is a cold blood out there, but that would assume that this Drake would be able to face. Edwin got played. You have Blast Crystal, so Siphon's not terribly important. Yeah, this seems way better though. How about just Abyssal Enforcer?
That's what I was thinking.
18, it would have to be exactly Leroy Cold Blood, Eviscerate.
Yeah.
Abyssal was pretty safe. With Reno in hand.
Is this a turn where you have to dagger up pass? And hope
Yeah.
you're drawing Auctioneer or something
It's
better next turn?
it's either draw Auctioneer or Conceal, and at that point, that's a fifth of your deck, so it is possible to come back. It's just like anything that's really getting you back is just gonna get shut down. Which is unfortunate. Keep poking. Now there's outs of Donnie has a second Eviscerate, right?
I would assume so.
Another Eviscerate and another Cold Blood. You can win from here if you just dagger and hit face. You've got 2 out of 14 lethal. And even more with Fan of Knives and like prep and stuff. We're just going? Where are we going?
I don't know. I don't know if there was a... He had what?
There was
14
2
damage.
and 14 to draw lethal. To draw lethal next turn.
But would he been able to play it all? He
Yep.
had the 2 coins.
It was just Leroy, Cold Blood, Eviscerate, or Leroy, Cold Blood, Eviscerate.
Yeah.
And a dagger poke, of course.
And 2 dagger poke over 2 turns.
Yeah, but this is an interesting play too. 1 damage deals with it though, is the thing. Like
Or
Immortal
1
Coil
removal
and this is-
spell.
Yep.
Or that.
Didn't even want to tap. Could have easily tapped. Didn't want to. There was no reason not to tap. That's okay. Well,
That's
feels
gonna do it.
anticlimactic, but that's it.
That is...
In the big picture of things.
We have our champion.
Yep, and they might not even know it yet, but they'll know in 10 minutes.
Well, you know, I'm gonna call it. There's probably gonna be spoilers in chat. I hope not. I would just expect. If that had been me, I would have been like in my
You would've
little
been-
Discord server. We did it.
It's assuming that they know what is needed at the
Yeah.
moment.
Oh yeah, if you're
Priest is getting thrown out now. Mass Dispel, okay. And Dragon Priest from the looks of things, not Reno.
Huh. That is a card.
Doesn't even keep it for the Twilight Drake.
Oh, and that's a good pick up there.
Ooh, the Mistress will be pretty useful. This will just kind of be the cleric that doesn't die, I guess. Just going to coin Town Priest into Town Priest.
Yep. Who has tap now? Or who has life tap now?
Yeah, life tap that instead of hurting your face, you're healing your minions. It's always a nice thing. I think hitting here makes sense. Kind of, that hit earlier was weird, but I think a hit there would be.
Yeah.
Although I don't think, you don't necessarily want to heal next turn. You probably just want to use your other.
I think now you pain.
Ooh, yeah, you can squeeze in the whelp too. It's pretty good. Yeah. There's really no better pain target except Doomsayer. A Doomsayer would be really funny right now. Really funny.
Well, the second Break Bruiser's gonna get in some work here.
Yeah, second rate Bruiser, everything's gonna die. And I guess that's fine, except the cleric. And I think you chalk up a victory at that point. Yeah, Donnie just really needs to get to Sylvanas, and at that point things will get pretty awkward. Seems as though Donnie is bluffing many options in hand by hovering over everything. Perhaps even bluffing Soulfire. Who knows? You also don't have to trade, but I mean, MC Tuck. Seems better to trade than not. Things can really only go wrong.
Yeah, I think you just trade your stuff in. Play your 4-drop.
Oh, now there's a question. If the Patches attack got in there, could that have affected some lethal? I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we never would have known his next card.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Guardian and definitely have to trade. Just tap nothing. Farseer just soaks up 3 damage and it only makes Sylvan a little worse.
Yeah.
By weakening the Guardian. In fact, if Sylvanas goes onto a board where that Guardian's healthy, the combination of Sylvanas and Abyssal Enforcer afterward, that makes a huge difference.
But this Sylvanas is gonna get silenced.
Oh my god, the Mass Dispel.
The Mass Dispel has shown back up.
She's gonna get silenced.
That is a 6-mana 5/5.
Possibly killed. You can kill her and heal the cleric in the process. Depends on what gets drawn.
Extraordinary.
Yeah, just kill Sylvanas. Seems good. Now Scritch is keeping up on resources and just punching in the face. Yeah, Donnie was really relying on that. The Enforcer's pretty good now, though.
Yeah, the Enforcer's good here.
And there's no death, so that's a...
Yeah, you would have expected to have seen death.
And Blackwing Corruptor's there, so that's fine. In fact, Scritch doesn't even have to do the Blackwing Corruptor. You could easily just, do cleric heal things and just use the Corruptor later when it's actually necessary to trade.
I like the Abyssal Enforcer here.
Yeah. Seems good. I just don't know what else you do. Yeah. Brand's looking to have some decent potential here. So
Yeah, he's
Alright,
got
just
the
gonna go
defender
straight
and
up
the
with the rook.
dirty. He's got a lot of stuff that'll.
Mm-hmm. Might as well keep tapping. Shadow Flame's pretty good. If you could pick up Power Overwhelming, it would be amazing with the Dirty Rat.
I don't know. How do you feel about the Siphon Soul?
Well,
I feel like it's a little early.
none of the playable minions were really going to contest well. But yeah. I guess there's no big threats coming though. Although having banned the warrior against Rogue and Shaman, I doubt the priest is playing much high end outside of what Netherspite discovered.
Yeah.
So maybe it's fine Siphon Soul. At some point you've gotta wonder when you just chalk it up and play Reno. Early just he's got a really good body against Priest and you had all these heals for after the fact. And Donnie's just spamming the board. Maybe tapping was better than Sun Fury. I don't know. Scritch can do a lot this turn though. You can both trade Bookworm plus. Oh, you can only Bookworm if you Netherspite. That's the problem. Nefar, yeah. Oh man, Scritch knows. Scritch knows. You always pick Nefarian.
Is someone injured?
And if you're talking, I can't hear you.
The stupid microphone.
I figured you would be. Oh wow, he completely forgoes the Bookworm. It seemed
Oh, okay.
really juicy. Huh. I really would have. Maybe the Bookworm's getting saved for the desperate
Doomsayer.
or maybe he just really wanted to squeeze in the Northshire heal. God, that's a weak board. Any AoE will blow this over. What do you think about just like Mortal Coiling and doing a brand Twilight Drake?
I don't know.
I guess brand can be reserved for like Dirty Rat MC tech plays if they're in there. Oh, this ruins the Twilight Drake. Now he's deathable.
Play the one off the top. Come on.
Yeah. Oh, Blast Crystal Potion seems neat.
It is neat.
Don't take Jiraxis.
Oh,
You already
take
got Nefarian.
Jiraxis. Oh, take Jiraxis.
Nefarian. Blast Crystal Potion. I mean, there is some merit to Peddler.
Yeah.
But ultimately, Blast Crystal just seems like the way to go. Just gonna keep milking out the Cleric, yep, because you've got the Death to squeeze in. Yeah, that poor Twilight Drake. He lost his identity of being good against Priest.
Yeah, I didn't catch that at first, but
Thinking about the triple trade here, I mean, yeah, save your Blackwing Technician. There really wasn't AoE the last turn, so now. And this really is not worth Twisting Nether. Oh.
I don't like this. I was thinking you throw down the Emperor. Maybe even Cabal Courier.
Well, trying to set up for something better. Probably Bran Courier into whatever. Nice.
That's a
Oh,
turn.
he fits perfect.
That's a turn. And
Oh, Mountain Giant Shadow Flame every time.
yeah,
It feels bad, but it's
you have
really
to.
good. Otherwise, there's 13 damage coming your way, which isn't necessarily bad. You can't expect Priest to have the additional 7.
Yep. And chat has just found out who our winner was.
They did. We caught up. Alright, we're playing the Tempo Nefarian. Extraordinary.
Double
We got
Shadow,
two
Flames.
Alright, we got 2 Shadow Flames, we got Dragon Fire Potion. This is the House of AoE now.
Oh, do you go for the 1 and 3?
No, at this
Aw.
point, I guess you just go for the Courier, try to find, I don't know, Corruption, Frostbolt, Ethereal?
Yeah, bro. That's what I take.
Yeah, I guess so. You don't really want to Soulfire with this hand. Ever.
No, I don't think that's.
Demon Fire, Servant of Yogg-Saron. Oh, you could get the Clutch Brawl with it.
If only he could play it this turn.
Holy Champion, though, I mean, you play that on the Reno turn, and that's great.
That's right. It's a
You're
5/5.
Okay, we got the memes going then.
Oh,
We are
whoa,
going with the
wow.
Soulfire.
And there goes Rag.
Okay, well, it could have been Reno. It could have been Reno.
And we're gonna
Why
tap
tap
last.
after?
It's like he knew.
Maybe Donnie knows.
That's something that I've kind of do too now. Is anytime I
Yeah.
tap blast, like, oops.
Read them. Are you afraid of this brand, or are you just popping them? I think you're afraid. Because there's still Kazakis, but... Man, Kazakis would have been played, even if it got discovered off of the Courier. It always would have been played.
And so now are we YOLOing
Get that
that
brawl. Get
Dirty
that brawl.
Rat into Servant of
Servant-
Yogg?
Oh, yeah.
So Dirty Rat first. Let's see, what do we get here?
What are you doing, Servant of Yogg?
Force of Nature.
We take those. That's good.
Hey, it wasn't a Purify.
That's good. Nice.
That's what, a 5 mana 11/10 in terms of stats.
So, pretty easy Shadow Flame. With 2 Dragon Fire Potions? What?
You can't attack face. There's a minion with taunt in the way.
You tried. Just Cabal Talon Priest. Bran. Always Bran. Nefarian's big enough. Oh, they match. They both have 10 health. Scritch has quite the hand going on. Well, Blast Crystal's good, and you're technically alive. Blast Crystal Reno?
You can't. Well, Reno Blast Crystal, yeah.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Oh, and then the Dirty Rat?
Oh, wow.
Alright. Oh, dang. There goes his Dirty Rat killer.
No,
Draxus?
Jiraxis?
I don't know about that. He's not... I mean, you would never be dead. Combo.
I'm trying to see if there's... I don't see any sort
here
of
comes
lethal.
the Pit Fighter. With Twisting Nether played, like, there's just nothing to worry about. Other than Reno. Did Scritch think that he had a dragon?
I don't know, he didn't emote. I've done it once or twice before, forgetting that I have to hold a dragon.
And they even made them glow now. Wasn't always the case.
Well, we can Kazakis and then Reno.
Yeah. Kazakis and Reno. Or tap in Reno. But you can Kazakis for a 10 mana potion. I think that's the idea here.
Yeah.
Find a sheep maker. Definitely want the sheep. Sheep or 6 damage AoE if possible. Summon 3 is good.
Yeah, I think you have to take that here.
And then find, yeah, the sheep.
There's the sheep.
There you go. Yeah, this is the ideal. And then just kind of cutting off a little damage, I guess, so that more awkward to kill. One less sheep? I don't know.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know.
let's see,
I don't
there-
know what you're doing here.
This is a really good dragon fire potion.
Yeah.
Oh, that's ballsy. Well, he's gonna become Jiraxis twice and clear the board, I guess. I would avoid to use your face at all costs here. That priest hero power is gone now. I love the double Jiraxis animation.
So weird.
It's so stupid. Alright. Takes as little damage as possible.
Yeah, but here
You
comes
have
a.
to you gotta do the potion.
Oh yeah, every time.
So hopefully you get some strong things to get outside the range of Dragonfire, but even then it doesn't really matter because the sheep just get in there.
Oh,
Yeah, just a sheep trade Dragonfire. When you've got 2 Dragonfires, it's no thing.
hero power.
If only Donnie could find his ooze.
Need that
You know it's
ooze for the. He's got 3 cards left in his deck. One of which is his Jiraxis.
Oh, God.
There it
He's
is.
on the back foot. He's been out Jiraxis.
Well, you throw down the
But he
Doomsayer.
But he can do it on the same turn and make an Infernal.
Yeah, but he's got the death and the pain, so.
And I think you do them so you can push the damage and just play the Corruptor probably. Or no. Let's get another 6. Yeah.
You got room for all of it. Oh, he traded.
Yeah.
Oh, that Demon Wrath's so good here.
So good. So
yeah.
there's really nothing. You play Draxus, you're dead. You Hellfire, you can Hellfire Demon Wrath. Continue to die to the onslaught. So Donnie doesn't play combo, unlike Scritch was. Yeah, do what you gotta do, but what's that last card? It's a shame that Rag got discarded, huh?
Power Word Shield. Let's see what this last card in Donnie's deck is here.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Shadow Bolt.
Seems good. No, but he's dead the next turn. Okay, yeah, so the priest is gonna go up. And then at that point, it's just the shaman. Which has to be Warlock and Rogue.
Yep.
Oh, got just a couple Eridar Lords here facing off.
Nothing like Priest.
Jiraxis telling Jiraxis that the world is so doomed, I just don't know.
Doesn't make a lot of sense. Alright, so we're 2-1 now for Scritch.
Yep, just has Shaman left. So Donnie
Has
probably
Rogue
get
and
the
Warlock.
back up again. I think that was the
Yeah.
idea, that Warlock's in a really good position.
Yeah, I would guess so.
Yeah, so that's pretty crazy that HSA just Hearthstone Academy just waltzed in there. And you know, a few weeks back, Sage was talking to me, and Hearthstone Academy was a website which he had a friend online who had the ownership rights to it and just like uprooted the website and changed the name. So he was talking about changing Hearthstone Academy's name, and then I asked him, "Well, what if you win the championship? Aren't you going to keep that namesake?" And he didn't have an answer at the time. So
Well, now he's gonna have to make that decision. And we see a thing from below, so we can expect this to be a more of a mid-range shaman here.
Okay. Yeah, so it looks like Scritch didn't queue up the shaman yet. So it seems like mid-range has been in the majority tonight, but they all kind of look the same at the start.
Yeah.
Mountain Giant changes things a little bit. I think you're more likely to tap if that's the case. This seems like a huge overreaction.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
Like you can fill out the next turn with Peddler and whatever you discover, but
And then there's a top
that's
deck.
not that great. And yeah, Mountain Giant's just screwed. He's never getting played. Not for a while, anyway. Why not Flame Imp?
And then we're throwing down the dart.
Why not Flame Imp? I don't
Yeah.
know. Ooh, that's a tough one. The Jade Claws is so nice this turn, but you save it for Bran. Plenty of time.
Yeah.
Plenty of time to pick up a Jade Spirit. Alright, Faceless Shambler every time. Alright, just gonna hold back now. Yeah, I don't know. Just playing the Shadow Bolt, it just left this.
And then
Mountain Giant
even just
stranded.
playing the Void Walker.
Right.
So is Mountain Giant gonna see his day?
Yeah. And no Hex picked up yet. Okay, there's the Jade Spirit. Save that for Bran for sure. That's a dead Mountain Giant, just like that.
Yep.
Someone injured?
I think you take it like a man. Or your board's full enough, maybe you trade
And you get a
save the weapon.
2/4 off your Maelstrom.
Oh my god. Okay,
Wow.
Scritch is a man. Scritch takes it to the face.
Well, this Hellfire's gonna do work.
Yeah.
Gonna
It's
leave
good
it.
that Donnie held on to it. It was tempting there for a second.
It was,
On
yeah.
turn 4.
Oh
Just do
wait,
something.
we're holding even more.
You got a Hellfire.
I don't think there's yeah.
Okay, so the plan, the idea here is that next turn is going to be a sick Hellfire Demon Wrath that will clear everything. That must be the thinking. Or that just between the two Maelstrom Portals being used, that it would come at the cost of the minions. What? Kind of worked out.
Excuse me.
And even this still gets cleared.
Well, see, now he doesn't even need to use the. Oh wow! So you just trade and play the Abyssal.
Yes. Every time. Wow. It seemed questionable at first, but the patience really pays off, I guess.
Yeah.
That was amazing. Who dat? Bronson, get out of here.
I have streamer mode on, so I don't know when any of these people come in. I hope Brunson knows that if he thinks he's making a bunch of noise, it's not working.
I am gonna abuse some mod powers here with Bronson.
I have him muted right now, so he can't ruin anything, but...
Oh, we're gonna do something here. I mean, I could kick him from the server. He comes back in again, we'll kick him from the server.
Alright. Yeah, so.
Alright, server kick it is.
Yeah, that would be annoying me if I didn't have streamer mode turned on. Okay, we're going for a 50-50. This is. Ooh. And we lose our Azure Drake. So what are you thinking here?
Well, I'm thinking. Alright, I just sent Brunson a new instant invite to Discord. Alright. Yeah, Demon Wrath Mortal Coil seems pretty reasonable. Yeah, Donnie kind of caught back up here.
Yeah. Ooh, he gets to make a big turn here, though, if he wants. Oh, I don't... Yeah.
Alright, so the Hellfire's still there, but Dewey's kind of past its prime at this point.
I mean,
oh, good. Brunson rejoined the Discord. Alright, maybe Cabal Courier can pick up something?
Just lock broadcast
I guess
booth.
Argus would help out, too.
We don't have our dragons anymore. Immortal Coil is fun enough.
Alright. I edited the broadcast booth so that the role fucking Brunson is unable to join. Oh, Brunson just rejoined the Discord for the first time. So I have to reassign him his roles.
Oh, wow. Okay. So we have a 4-4 here. Oh, and that is a devolve. Second time we've seen it. Will we get to see it played?
God.
Not yet.
People really get prepared for these rogues. Let's see. So Reno is in hand at any point. If Hellfire gets played, you can siphon the Jade that comes out after. Unfortunately, you can't kill the Drake though. So just gonna Reno first. Maybe Doomsayer? Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, that works.
Poor Reno. Yeah, it works.
Well, you just saw Shadow Flame.
Yeah.
Jade Lightning the Face.
Right?
I haven't seen that yet, no.
It seems like a huge commitment that isn't even going to kill next turn. If Twisty Nether gets found, then it's done. You can even clear off most of it just between Hellfire and Siphon. Seems reasonable, just leave the 6-4 around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine, yeah. I like that.
Or Earthen Ring. Is this... Oh, some Argus maybe? With, like, Doomsayer tucked behind? That will always get killed. So maybe Siphon.
I don't know what we're doing here. Maybe
Yeah,
we just
like
Argusing
Doomsayer,
up the Doomsayer.
a lot of damage is going to get soaked. Oh, and maybe by trading into them, it sets up for the Hellfire? Is that the idea? Well, Flame Tongue is going to ruin that just a So will devolve. This will make a 1 mana, 2/2 mana, and a 3 mana.
Oh.
Blue Hoarder. Not too bad. Oh, he just gets the kill though.
Yeah, no taunt.
Exactly too.
Wow.
Just had for none of them to be a taunt, so that actually ends it. 3-1. So wow. HSA is not only 1 at this point; they're up 15-6.
They're not playing around. They came with a plan, and they've done a really good job executing the finals. They have not messed around.
Yeah, so that's it. Yeah, Hearthstone Academy is going to be the Season 5 champion, and spoiler alert, they're coming back for Season 6, so that's always fun for the champion to be back.
Like we talked
try
about
and win
earlier,
another one.
they're going to be about 200 points over the PR cap at this point.
Yeah. JB was talking in chat earlier. He thinks he'd get in the boot. He's got an expensive 3 seed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's it. There's another match tomorrow. I don't know if there's plans to host it yet. We need to host it. It's at noon. It's Kungmar versus Brewski. I don't know if they're gonna play serious or if they're gonna meme. But
yeah, at this point
it's up to them.
Yeah, at this point it's not too relevant in terms of the seeding or any or even their PRs at this point. Both teams are so over.
No, they're 500 PR players too.
Yeah, wouldn't affect anything.
Yeah.
This match literally doesn't mean anything.
Keep an eye out for it. I don't know if people are. I hope people are still excited to see it. I mean,
definitely
even with the match out of the way, it's still going to be, good games between 2 really really good players on each of these teams. They didn't get where they got without having good 1 seeds.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so just keep an eye out for that tomorrow. It's at 12 noon Eastern time. Don't know who's hosting it yet.
Yep. So
until then, yeah, and then at that point we are directly into the off season.
Yeah.
So really, really cool stuff.
Yeah, so once again, congratulations to Hearthstone Academy on a well-fought and well-earned series. Like I said, a quote-unquote expansion team. Year 1, or Season 1, I should say, coming in and just rolling in the yellow division and then taking...
yeah, it's pretty impressive. Oh, I fixed that. Oh, well. Anyway, bye. Until tomorrow.